So let's talk about government. Let's talk about government for a bit because it's important. So the only legitimate government ever is the principles that the U.S. government and all democratic governments have, which is that our government is by the people, of the people, and for the people. This is the only legitimate form of government. And clearly, from the beginning, from the formation of America, we've never achieved a fulfillment of that principle, right? From the beginning, women weren't enfranchised. The whole other half of humanity. A good chunk of our immigrants and workers were treated as property, slavery is just insane, right? Because no matter what, people are not property ever, right? We're people. And so because they had dark skin, also utterly insane, right? Because someone's skin color is different, they're not people. They weren't enfranchised, they were treated as property in a really horrific way. So from the beginning, America was not what it was meant to be. But the principles are still good. And so when they formed America, they had to navigate and negotiate these old white men who felt entitled and privileged to own women and entitled and privileged to own immigrants with dark-colored skin. Horrifically, right? We've come a long way since then, and also we've backtracked a lot in recent years. So there is no legitimate government that isn't by the people, of the people, and for the people, and we are not living in that government right now. Clearly, despite how they are trying to hide the evidence, my story alone, let alone all the other stories we're gathering from TikTok, which they're shutting down to silence this, all the information, the data, the real data shows that more than half the population is being brutally subjugated. The women. And there's still racism and all of that stuff. But there is slavery in America. Women are enslaved. And while there is slavery, there is no legitimate government. No one can govern you or any of us without some level our acceptance of that, our tolerance of that. So whoever is behind this brutal theft of our trajectory towards a freer, better, more just country, they're counting on sort of keeping the lie alive, right? They're counting on us believing that somehow this is still by the people, of the people, and for the people, and it's not, and we all need to know that. This is not what is actually happening anymore. Look at my story. And not only that, so they're going way out of their way to keep that hidden, right? And we need to see it. We need to see that there's nothing legitimate happening in our country right now. It is no longer by the people, of the people, for the people. It probably never was, but we're going backwards. And no one can govern you if you say, I will not be governed by this criminal enterprise.